This is a drone. More specifically, it is a radio-controlled, first-person view, 5-inch, freestyle, quadcopter. I want to describe this machine on a very basic level because when I got into this hobby, it took me a long time to figure out what these basics were, and I didn't feel like I understood the hobby until I had these concepts in mind. If you're just starting out, I hope this description will save you some time and frustration. The most important part of the description I just gave is first-person view, or FPV for short. The purpose of this machine is to make us feel like we are flying by seeing through the eyes of a flying thing. Freestyle refers to the style of flying this quad is made for, which is acrobatic, improvisational, and intended to produce an exciting first-person experience. This contrasts with racing, where the objective is speed on a fixed course, and cinematic flying, which is less acrobatic than freestyle and focuses more on visual beauty and an external subject than the quad's own exhilarating motion. Another thing I wish I had understood earlier is the essential parts of the machine. Let's start with the two cameras. This one is called the FPV camera. It is optimized for real-time control of the machine. This one is the high-definition camera. It is optimized for post-production and future viewing. The high-def camera stores its data on board for later. The signal from the FPV camera is sent to the video transmitter, which uses this antenna to transmit the video in real time to the pilot's goggles. The pilot sends control inputs to the machine using a transmitter like this one. Those signals are captured by two antennas housed in these tubes, interpreted by the radio receiver, and passed on to the flight controller. The flight controller contains a gyroscope and a computer. The gyroscope senses the movement of the quadcopter. The computer uses that data, as well as control inputs from the receiver, to generate the motor control signals necessary to move the quad as instructed by the pilot. Those signals are passed to the electronic speed control, which feeds power from the battery to each of the four motors accordingly. That power is turned into thrust by the propellers. The speed controller also feeds some power from the battery back to the flight controller, which in turn passes power onto the FPV camera, the video transmitter, and the receiver. Incidentally, propeller diameter is typically the way quadcopters are classified by size. These propellers are 5.1 inches in diameter, but classifications go by whole numbers of inches, so this is a 5-inch quad. Despite having significant experience with RC airplanes, FPV drones were hard for me to understand at first. There is a lot of information available, but it is only so much noise for a beginner with no frame of reference. I hope this description helps you find the signal in the noise. I will make additional videos that expand on the basics I've laid out here. My goal is to help you avoid the biggest frustrations I experienced when I built my first quad. Thanks for watching.